I received my ECOPR on the 1st of December 2021, and now I can officially call myself a permanent resident of Canada. It took me a little over 6 months to get my PR, and if we talk about the timeline, then on May 18th, we submitted our paper-based application. On May 20th, we got the acknowledgement. On June 24th, we got the pre-AOR. On October 25th, we got the AOR. And on the same day, October 25th, we got the request for biometrics. We did not get a request for medicals as we did it up front. November 25th, we received the PR confirmation and portal invitation. On November 30th, we received the portal credentials, and on December 1st, I received my ECOPR. There are usually some other steps in between, such as the sponsor's approval, the AOR2, etc., but we didn't get any of those steps. Okay, now that you're aware of our timeline, let's tell you our story. This video is longer than our usual video, but it's got a lot of information, so make sure you stay till the end. Document collection and planning before the wedding. We did all our research about the things that we would need in order to apply for the Inland Spousal Sponsorship Program. The collection of the documents started even before we got married. For example, one of the things that we needed was the marriage certificate from the Government of India. We registered our marriage under the Special Marriage Act of 1954, and this takes about 30 calendar days from the date of registration to give out the marriage certificate. So if you're going to register under the same Marriage Act, then make sure you plan your travels accordingly in order to accommodate these 30 days. But if you're registering under the Hindu Marriage Act, then you just need 1 day. Another important thing that starts before your wedding is the conversation between you and your spouse. You will need a lot of screenshots as proof. Make sure your screenshots are in English so that your immigration officer understands them. Take screenshots of your video calls and call durations. WhatsApp call logs disappear after 3 months, so make sure you are taking the screenshots periodically. Your conversations should show the date. Make sure that you take the screenshots when you've started communicating with one another, sometime in the middle, and then sometime just before the wedding. Along with the conversations, transfer a nominal amount of money and take screenshots of those transactions. If you went on dates or trips before the wedding, then make sure you take pictures during that trip. They will act as proof of your relationship. And just before the wedding, you will have the wedding invitation cards ready, so make sure you take a picture or an e-copy of the wedding invitation card. Now let's talk about the document collection during and around the wedding day. In our traditional wedding, there are tons of events and functions that happen. There's the bride's side mehendi, the bride's side manja, the groom's side manja, the nikah, the reception or the walima, and maybe you guys have even more functions. So make sure that you're wearing a different attire and you're in a different setting for each of these events and take tons of pictures. On the day of your wedding, try to collect written blessings from people. We had a table set right near the entrance. There were chits and pens for people to write their blessings on for us and a jar to collect them. You will receive tons of blessings and testimonials in the form of greeting cards and social media messages. So make sure you're taking screenshots of all of those messages from various people congratulating you on your wedding. WhatsApp chats, Instagram stories or posts, emails, Facebook statuses, everything. Make sure you tell a few friends to put up Instagram stories so you can take screenshots of those too. You will have a lot of bills of wedding events and other functions, so keep them handy as they will be used as proof too. Plan a trip after your wedding and take lots of pictures. Remember to keep a copy of your air tickets, hotel bills, cruise tickets, everything. Also, if possible, update a few statuses on social media. Remember to update your status of marriage on Facebook or any other social media platform because IRCC asks for that proof. If there is any other event that you're planning to attend after your wedding, then make sure you capture that as well. For example, we went for Bashar and Maliha's wedding after ours and we used some pictures from there as well. This marks the end of the document collection phase. Now let's talk about the forms. In total, there are 8 forms. 3 for the sponsor and 5 for the principal applicant. The 3 forms for the sponsor are the application to sponsor, sponsorship agreement and undertaking, the sponsorship evaluation and relationship questionnaire, and the third one is a use of a representative. We didn't use a representative and did everything on our own, so we did not have to fill the last form, IMM 5476. The 5 forms for the principal applicant are generic application form for Canada, additional dependents or declaration form, additional family information form, Schedule A background declaration, and the last one is the use of a representative. Here again, we did not have a representative, so we did not need to fill that form. In addition to this, we did not have to fill IMM 0008 DEP because we did not have any dependents. While filling these forms, make sure you have the latest version of the form. There have been cases where the application was returned because the applicants used an older version of the form. You can use the link given here below to check whether your form is the latest version or not. We've also added the link in the description box below. All the forms are self-explanatory. However, there were some parts in the form that we found confusing and we were not sure about what we should fill. So we will go over the confusing sections with you and tell you what we filled, and then we will also briefly show you some other important sections on the form. So let's talk about the first form from the sponsor's side. This is the application to sponsor, sponsorship agreement and undertaking form, which is IMM 1344. In my passport, I do not have a last name or surname. Abiha is written as my first name and nothing in my last name. So in the form, wherever we had to enter my name, I wrote Abiha in the family name category and I put not applicable in the given name. More details on why we did this are on the IRCC website, and the link is also present in the description below. Date on which you were married. Here we put the date written on our marriage certificate that we received from the Government of India. The date of your traditional wedding can be different. The date on our certificate was 20th Feb 2020, so we used that. The rest of the form is self-explanatory. Next, we will talk about the sponsorship evaluation and relationship questionnaire form, which is IMM 5532. The client ID for me was present on my visit visa permit. Again, this form too is self-explanatory, but I will browse through it on the screen so that you can get an idea of what I filled. You can pause the video here and see the details. Next, we will talk about the generic application form for Canada, which is IMM 0008. This form too is self-explanatory. For the national identity document, I entered my Aadhaar card number. The next form is the additional family information form, which is IMM 5406. There is nothing too complicated about this form. Just remember to enter the form in your mother tongue as well. I missed this and filled the form only in English, but I was not flagged for it. The next form is the Schedule A background or declaration form, which is EIMM 5669. This is pretty straightforward too. Now let's talk about the checklist. The order of documents mentioned here is the order in which you have to place your documents when you are ready to mail them to IRCC. First comes the checklist, then the form Application to Sponsor IMM 1344, then the application fees. Here is the receipt that we attached. We didn't have to fill the financial evaluation as we didn't have any dependents, so this box is unchecked. Then there is the class of application. This signifies if the application is inland or outland. Ours was an inland application. Then we have the generic application form IMM 0008. Then we have the country-specific requirements. Check if there is any country-specific requirement. If yes, then that needs to go in here. Then we have the additional family information form, which is IMM 5406. Then IMM 5669, which is the Schedule A background declaration form. Then we have the relationship form and sponsor evaluation, which is IMM 5532. Then the use of representative, which we left blank because we didn't have any. Then the authority to release personal information. We did not want the information to be given to anyone else, so we marked not applicable. Then comes part B, supporting documents. First is the status in Canada. The sponsor has to attach the PR card. Some more self-explanatory information, the previous relationship, the employment or source of income. Identity documents, passport, status in Canada, birth certificate. Here, I gave my grade 10 mark sheet along with my birth certificate as the certificate did not have my name on it. Civil status documents, I attached the marriage certificate here. Police clearance certificate. This took approximately 3 weeks since we needed the clearance from India, so make sure that you get it as soon as you come to Canada. There is a separate video on how to apply for a police clearance certificate in Canada, which should show on your screen right now. The link to it is also in the description box below. Next is photos. The specifications are mentioned on the IRCC website. You can visit a Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada and get the pictures clicked. Next is the medical examination. IRCC told us not to get it done right now, but we did the medical exam right away anyway because test results are valid for up to a year. I submitted a receipt of the medical examination when I submitted my application. The idea behind this was to save time. In the standard procedure, IRCC would have reached out to me for my medical examination. I would have then booked an appointment. After a few weeks, I would have gotten the results. Now, like I mentioned, this entire process could have taken a few weeks and we wanted to cut this out completely. Next is the proof of relationship with the sponsor. We were living together in Canada, so we got the rental agreement with both our names on it, and we both got our names on the internet bill as well. In this section, we have the point where it asks if we were married for more than 2 years. I answered no to that. And because of that, option E became applicable to us. The first part of option E asks us to upload photos and IRCC gives a limit of maximum 20 pictures. We took 20 A4 size sheets and printed a carefully selected collection of pictures. On each of the 20 pages, we made a collage of pictures so that we can accommodate over 100 pictures in those 20 pages. We also attached tickets and other documents showing our travels. The second part of option E asks for more proof. Here, we attached the insurance from Ashar's office. Ashar had added me as a spouse on his office's insurance policy, which we used as proof here. We also used greeting cards, Instagram posts, stories, and emails, and we got more proof and testimonials from people who attended the wedding. At the end of the checklist, there is a section listing where signatures are needed. Check all the forms thoroughly before you send them. Applications are returned if any signature is missing. In this form, you must provide a handwritten signature apart from typing your name under the signature section. Be careful, a lot of applications have been returned since people missed signing in this form. Another thing we did was create a table of contents. We categorized all the documents and also attached sticky notes on the sides of the forms to make it easy for the officer to identify the document. Also, IRCC has a guide which explains how to fill the forms in great detail. The link to that is also in the description box below. I had also applied for an open work permit along with my application, but they gave me the PR before they could even start processing the application. So I requested for a refund for both the fees and I got the amount back. After receiving my ECOPR letter, I quickly applied for my health card and my social insurance number. I received my social insurance number immediately when I went to the nearest Service Canada office, but it will take me about 8 weeks until I get my health card. So this was my journey so far. If you have any questions, then please do let me know in the comment section and I will help you to the best of my knowledge. If you found this video helpful, then do remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel.